Hello and welcome back to the channel. Back to 2D6 Dungeon. We are continuing here with level 9. 2D6 Dungeon was created by Toby Lancaster. His link is in the description. So we're going to fill in this hole and then we'll work around here, fill it here, and then come over this way and probably find the steps down over here. Opening the door, we find a room beyond. Step on in. What it is we have a broken chamber. This space is full of broken pots and items of furniture, as if the room has been ransacked. Standing to one side is a shutter fossa. They turn to you, shaking uncontrollably, and attack. The shutter fossa, scarred and torn by faculty magic, the shutter fossa lurk in the depths of the dungeon. Their bodies are sustained by the faculty magic, but shake violently as if torn between realms. For maneuvers, they have clamping bite and shutter grip. Clamping bite is 4-2, which will be blocked by our great helm, and shutter grip is 5-5, which will be blocked by our long gauntlets. And our shroud's curse will not change that at all. Shutter grip has the additional special attack of draining 2 extra HP the next turn. For interrupts, they have violent jolt on 2s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, -3, and like several others, it doesn't say primary or secondary. Savage glance, ferocious strike, and twisting stab are all affected. Then there's leathery skin, which is secondary 2s, 4s, and 5s, which would cover savage glance and ferocious strike as well. You only have to worry about one at a time. And the violent jolt is the stronger reduction. So everything's getting a -3. 65 hit points and 3 shifts. So with a body search table treasure item, we are ready to start round 1. With our turn, we're swinging a sword with a 2-4, only needing 1 shift to change that 4 into a 3. Create a twisting stab at 2d6 plus 4, 13 points of damage. That'll bring them down to 52 health. Boss's turn for round 1, and they got a 6-4. And they can use 1 shift to change that 6 into a 5, and 1 shift to change that 4 into a 5. Create a shuttered grip, which will be 2d6 -1 with an additional 2 points of damage next round. 9 points of damage. That'll bring us to 80 health, but then we heal 1 back. Camera jumping around on me. Top round 2, our turn. With a 6-4, a exact ferocious strike, allowing us to add +4 shift to the strike, making this a 2d6 plus 11 due to the interrupt, taking off some. 19 points of damage. Bringing the fossa down to 33 health. Boss's turn for round 2. With a 3-5. Oh, I almost forgot. We were supposed to take 2 points of damage. That would bring us to 79 health. With a 3-5 though, the fossa can choose 2 shifts for shutter grip again. 2d6 -1. 2 points of damage. That'll bring us to 77. So we would heal back to 78 and take another point next turn. Top round 3, our turn, and we'll take our 2 points of damage from the shutter grip and then swing with a 1-1 mishap failure there, unable to shift out of that. So back to Foss's turn for round 3, and they also got a 1-1 mishap roll. Taken by a wild shaking, the creature falls backwards and crawls away. It does not attack next turn. Okay, top around 4, our turn. We have a 2-3, an exact twisting stab making a 2d6 plus 8, 14 points of damage. Bringing the faucet down to 19 health. While it shakes on the ground for this turn, we get to move on to round 5, our turn. And we have a 4-5. With the 4-5, we can use 2 shifts to make a 6 and a 1 shift to make a 4. Create a ferocious strike, 2d6 plus 7, 13 points of damage. Bringing the faucet down to 6 health. Faucet turn for round 5. Stands back up from its shaking fit and swings at us with a 1-2. 5 shifts. It only needs 3 shifts to create a clamping bite. Be 2d6 plus 2. Ow. 14 points of damage. Bringing us down to 62 health, but we would heal back 1 to 63. Stop around 6 our turn. And we have a 2-6. We can do a lot. With 7 shifts, we can hit anything. We're going to take 4 shifts and change that 2 into a 6. And then we'll take 2 shifts to change that 6 into a 4 for a ferocious strike. 2d6 plus 7. 13 points of damage. And that will bring him to 0, and we'll knock him down. We'll stop messing with stuff. Interesting. Oh, for treasure, we got body search table 2. 9. Around the creature's waist is a silk sash worth 3d6 plus 30 gold pieces. Hanging from it is a throwing axe plus 2. 41 gold pieces is that sash. And a new throwing axe we can throw and lose or forget to pick back up. No, I shouldn't forget it. I got the little note on the screen all the time now as a little sticky note that recovers throwing axes. We get some experience for that guy too. That is updated behind the card, so let's put the cards in the inventory away. Let's see, there we go. It is a unique room, and we had a wooden door straight across the way. Nothing else in the room other than a bunch of shattered pottery. So let's head over there and check this door and see if it's locked. On a 6, it is not locked, so we get to continue on. Open the door up and step inside. What we get is a magical recess. There is a recess in the wall here. You look into it and your vision goes. You step back, it returns. This is a sacred shrine to Nevizator. If you make 2 correct offerings, receive 2 favor points and roll on L7BT. The room has a reinforced door and is unique. So let's see what Nevizator needs and see if we even need. Yeah, he's got the lowest favor. So, sticks, cloth, hemp, rope, glass orbs, or sapphire. I think all of our glass orbs are in storage. We have 3 glass orbs and loot lockup, so that's not going to help us. We do have this silk sash and cotton fabric, which is kind of cloth. We do have rope. I mean, we could definitely donate the rope, but if we can't get a second one, there's no point. We need to make 2 offerings to get 2 favor points. I don't know if that cotton fabric would count towards cloth. I think we'll hold off doing the donation at the moment. We'll make a note that this shrine, we can make 2 offerings. So if we get some cloth in the next area, we're probably going to have to come back through here anyway. We'll keep a lookout for some actual cloth and come by shortly. And we'll step over to this door, check it for being locked. Being reinforced, it's a 5 or 6 for locked. And we are unlocked. And we'll open the door up. Step inside, we find a small room, 2x3, and it is a corpse. There is an old corpse here that appears mummified. There is a pouch. If you take it, roll on pouch table 3, but you kick up some toxic spore and lose 2d6 health. I mean, I'm taking a pouch. We're gonna take some health, but we have some healing stuff. I haven't been doing that anyway. We should heal anyway. So we're gonna take the pouch, and if the corpse is mummified, I'm sure they have some cloth on them that we could tear off as well to use for donations. So let's see what's in the pouch. 3. That pouch is empty. There's nothing there. We kicked up spores for nothing. But we have another pouch. And we're taking 7 points of damage from the spores, bringing us to 56 health. Let's use one of our healing bombs. We have 2 vials of 1 use each of those, and then we have 2 vials of 3 uses each of paste. So let's use one of the healing bombs. 1, and that back there, and get 10 health back. And also get another pouch. And we'll tear off some cloth from this corpse, this mummified corpse, so we can donate it to Nevizator in the other room. Because we're going to go back. This room had 1 exit to it, and that goes back to some place you can't see because the inventory was out. But it goes back into the mist-filled or fog-filled rooms. So there's a little room here that's going to stay empty that we're not going to find. And over this way, I think we're just going to leave that alone. We'll pop back in here, donate to Nevizator, and have our other bomb. So we will donate the rope that we've been holding on to forever, and then the piece of cloth we just picked up. We get 2 favor points. What was that? Open this. So the room of Jade had another door in it, but I think I filled in enough over here. It's time to move back to this way. Let's run through all these. And while we stop in this room, we'll take one of our paste now. And that would bring us to 86 health. And this was an archway. So let's see what's beyond. Okay, before we step through the room, I had forgotten. I got the 2 correct offerings and got the 2 favor points, but I forgot the table. Kind of the whole point of getting both favor points was for the table, and that was the Blessed by the Gods table here. Let's get that real quick before we go in. 7. A wave of soothing heat washes over you, gain 4 hit points, including beyond baseline. If you have a bloodied or soaked status, remove it. We don't, but we can take the health. That'll bring us to 90. Now we're capable of passing through the archway. Entering this room is a huddled space. As you enter this barren space that has been scattered with sand and hay, you see 3 figures. They turn to you and attack. Face 3 afflicted. If you survive, you find some dried insects. I'm not taking any dried insects. We have enough food. We don't need to eat bugs. We're good. It has got random doors as well, which I rolled a middle door. There's 1 exit, which I determined randomly which direction it was going to be. And it goes out here. The afflicted here. Sometimes experimenting with metamorphic magic can wrap the body as well as the mind, resulting in the afflicted. No threat to the order, they attack those they do not recognize. They have splintered nails and bony knuckles. 2/2, where splintered nails is not blocked by anything, and bony knuckles, a 6/4, will be blocked by our leather breastplate, making it a D3 -1. For interrupts, they have tough skin on primary 1s, 2s, 5s, and 6s, which is all of our maneuvers. They have 15 hit points each, only one shift, so couldn't be too difficult. With top of round 1 our turn. We're starting with a 5-1. We only need one shift to make a Savage Glance, which will be 2d6 plus 6. 16 points of damage. And that will bring the first one to dead. That'll grant us the Fearful Momentum for round 2, giving us 2 additional shifts. First, we got Green Afflicted's turn for round 1 with a 1-3 and 1 shift. They can't do anything with a 1-3. They would need 2 shifts. So Red Afflicted's turn for round 1 with a 3-2 and 1 shift. They can do 3 to a 2 and make a Splintered Nails. 1d3 plus 1. 3 points of damage. Bringing us to 87 health, but we'll heal back 1 to 88. Top round 2 our turn with Fearful Momentum. We have a 4-6. We can reverse those numbers with 4 shifts. 2 shifts for the 4 to a 6 and 2 shifts for the 6 to a 4. Create a Ferocious Strike, which will be 2d6 plus 9. 14 points of damage. I will bring him down to 1 health. The Fearful Momentum would have been nice if we had a direct hit. Anyway, Green Afflicted's turn for round 2. They do not get the Fearful Momentum. 5-2 with 1 shift for them and is not going to make a maneuver. The Red Afflicted's turn for round 2. A 6-5, a 1 shift. These red one can shift into a Bony Knuckle, which will be a D3 minus 1. That is a 2. That is hard to read. 1 point of damage, which doesn't change our health at all because it was 1 point off and then heal back 1. So we are clear there. On to round 3 our turn. With a 6-1, we can use 4 shifts or 3 shifts to change that 1 into a 4 to create a Ferocious Strike. We'll destroy that Afflicted with 1 health left. There is so much damage. Can't math. 21 points of damage. Red Afflicted's turn for round 3. With a 1-2, they can do 1 shift to make a 2-2 Splintered Nails. That is a 3. 2 points of damage. Let's do 86 health, but we heal back 1 to 87. Or no, Splintered Nails wasn't blocked. It's a +1, not a -1, so it was 4 points of damage, not 2. So we are at 85. Top around 4 our turn. And a 3-1. We can spend 2 shifts to change that 3 into a 5, and 1 shift to take that 1 to a 2. Create a Savage Glance. 2d6 plus 6. 13 points of damage. Bringing it down to 2 health. Red Afflicted's turn for round 4. And he has a 2-1 and can do a shift to another Splintered Nail. That is a 2. That one's actually landed where you can read it. 3 points of damage. Bringing us 82 health. We'll heal back to 83. Top around 5 our turn. And we have a 1-3. We just need 1 shift to make a Twisting Stab. 2d6 plus 16 points of damage. And that will bring him to dead. Alright. For 3 of them with 85 XP each, we get 255 XP. And we get to roll on pouch table 2 3 times. Alright. We're going to do black dice is 1 pouch. Red dice is 1 pouch. And the somewhat clear dice, blue and black, is 1 pouch. So, these two, and these two. There's our 3 pouches. Set them in a spot where you can actually read them. We have an 8, 4, and a 5. Tucked inside is a lockpick plus 2 uses, and some Malacro leaves. There are 2d6 plus 5 silver coins in the pouch. And then there is a nothing empty pouch. So we get 2 more uses for lockpick plus 2s. We get another Malacro leaf. And then 2d6 plus 5 silver pieces. 13 silver pieces. And we'll take 3 more pouches. And put all these away. Step over to the door here and see if it's locked. It is a metal door, meaning 4, 5, or 6. It is a 1, so it's an unlocked door. We shall open the door, pass inside. And we have an archway exit right here. The room itself is twisted branches. 8 massive branches have been heaped into one corner. They're covered with moss and twigs. There's movement beneath the hide and 2 Asuna emerge. You must fight the pair. The Asuna are desperate beings who scavenge meat from the carcasses used to feed the beast on level 7. They are left to hide in the shadows as they often clean and store the bones from sight. Maneuvers: they have Spiked Fist and Savage Bite. The Savage Bite has special bleed attack, losing 4 HP the next round. Spiked Fist is a 2/2, not being blocked by anything we have. The Savage Bite is a 5/6, which will start off being blocked by the long gauntlets, but after the Shroud's Curse takes effect, we can block that with the leather breastplate. So at first it will be a D3 -2, and then after Shroud's Curse it will be D3 -3, plus the bleed on the next round. Spiked Fist will stay a D6 plus 4 the whole time. Interrupt is jump backwards on primary 2s and 3s, which will be our Twisting Stab, and Bone Spikes on secondary 1s and 6s, which won't affect anything. So Ferocious Strike is our highest damage output. Top around 1 archer. We're starting with a 1/6. We can use 3 shifts to get the 6 down to a 3, and 1 shift to take the 1 to a 2 to create a Twisting Stab. 2d6 plus 4, 12 points of damage. Bringing him down to 20 health. Right as soon as turn for round 1. With a 2/4, 2 shifts, we can take the 4 down to a 2, create a Spiked Fist, 9 points of damage. Bringing us down to 74 health. We'll heal back to 75. Left Asune's turn for round 1. And a 4/5, 2 shifts. 1 shift for the 4 to a 5, and 1 shift for the 5 to a 6 to create a Savage Bite. And he has not been hit by us yet, so it is a D3 -2, 1 point of damage. That we heal back right away. But then top around 2 our turn, we'll take our 4 points of damage, bringing us to 71 health. Swing. We have a 2-3, an exact twisting stab, allowing us to add our shift onto it, making this a 2d6 plus 8, 17 points of damage. That'll bring him down to 3 hit points. The right Asuni's turn for round 2. With a 4-1, 2 shifts, 4-1 is not convertible to a maneuver. So left Asuni's turn for round 2. And he's got a 4-3, which is also not going to be shifted into anything. Top of round 3, our turn. We have a 1-3, only need 1 shift to make a twisting stab. 2d6 plus 4. 10 points of damage. And the first Asuni is down. Remaining Asuni's turn for round 3. He's got a 5-5. 1 shift will make that 5 a 6. Create a Savage Bite. Still hasn't been hit by us, so it's E3 minus 2. 0 points of damage. We do take the hit. We take 0 points of damage, but we do heal. He hits us for 0, and we heal 1 to 72. And top around 4, we will take 4 additional health, bringing us to 68. We'll swing. We get a 2-6 with 5 shifts. We can't get to a ferocious sprite or savage glance. We're stuck with going to a twisting stab using 3 shifts. 2d6 plus 4. 12 points of damage. And bringing him down to 20 health. Asuni's turn for round 4. We have a 4-1, 3 shifts. He can use 2 shifts to make the 4 a 2, and 1 shift to make the 1 a 2 for a spiked fist. D6 plus 4. 10 points of damage. Bringing us to 58 health, and we'll heal back to 59. Top of round 5, our turn. We have a 1-2, 6 shifts. We can use 4 shifts. Change that 1 into a 5 for a savage glance. 2d6 plus 7, 19 points of damage. Bringing him down to just 1 health. Asuni's turn for round 5. He's got a 6-2. 4 shifts. He can reduce that 6 down to a 2, making for another spiked fist. D6 plus 4. 6 points of damage. Will bring us to 53. We'll heal back 1 to 54. Drop around 6, our turn. And we have a 2-6. 2-6 with 7 shifts. We can use 4 shifts to change that 2 into a 6. And we can use 2 shifts to change that 6 into a 4. Create a ferocious strike. 2d6 plus 10. 14 points of damage. Completely finish him off. 350 XP each. And they don't have any treasure. But we don't need their card anymore. We're going to leave the pile of sticks and logs and branches alone. We'll head on over to the archway. Although I do know Nevizator there was donation of sticks would have been good. We'll leave sticks behind anyway. I think before passing through the archway, we are going to use some healing. We are almost at half health. Let's burn an extra healing potion and give us, that'll bring us up to 74 health. And then we can step into our room here, which is familiar to us. A gray mist room. This room is full of gray mist that blurs your vision. You get a sense that the room is empty, You feel around the walls for exits, but cannot explore the room itself, and continue onwards. And while we're here, we are going to use one of our healing paste to give us an additional 10 points, bringing us to 84 health. I will step over to the door here and see if it's locked. It is a 2. It is an unlocked door. We will open this door up and we enter into a room that I knew was going to come eventually, but I was hoping it would be a slightly larger room than this. It is a lava sanctum. Steam rises from boiling rocks, and there is a trough of lava down the center of the room. Emerging from the steam is a Rubicon. You must fight. If you survive, then roll on chest table 4+2. Would mean there should be a chest in this room. It has wooden doors, it is unique, and we need to have 75% of the dungeon floor completed before we find it, which is why I knew we were going to run into it eventually. Rubicon are cursed by Meritani for torturing their worshippers. Their skin is covered in red scales and are hot to the touch. Their blood is warped into lava, giving them magical abilities. For maneuvers, they have Heat Blade and Lava Burst. Heat Blade is a 4-2, which will be blocked by our Great Helm, and the Lava Burst is 5-5, which will be blocked by our Long Gauntlets. Shroud's Curse is not going to change either of those. The Interrupt, they have red scales on primary 1s, 2s, 3s, and 6s, which will be our Ferocious Strike and Twisting Stab, -4 damage. And then they have High Kick on secondary 1s and 5s, and that does not affect any of our maneuvers. So Savage Glance is untouched, giving it the most damage at 2d6+7, and Ferocious Strike second best at 2d6+6. I think we'll start combat off with throwing our brand new axe +2. If it's not interrupted, it will deal 8 points of damage. If it's interrupted, we have something else. Secondary 5 there. So the axe is gone, and it deals 3 points of damage. Bringing it to 92 health. And continue our turn for round 1 with a swing of our sword. It's a 5-2, which is an exact Savage Glance, meaning we get to add +4 to our damage from our shift, and it is also the only maneuver that is not blocked by an interrupt. Therefore, it is 2d6+11. Thank you for being +11. 13 points of damage. Bringing him down to 79 health. And we will take that throwing axe off of here because it got deflected and fell in the lava. Rubicon's turn for round 1. And a 1-2 with 3 shifts. He can change that 1 into a 4, making a Heat Blade, which will be 2d6+2. Why couldn't I get that kind of damage? 14 points of damage. That will bring us down to 70 health, but we would heal back 1. Not 1 health, 71. Top round 2, our turn. We have a 1-2 for here. We can do 3 shifts to change that 1 into, or 4 shifts to change that 1 into a 5. Create a Savage Glance. 2d6+7. 13 points of damage. Bringing him down to 66 health. Rubicon's turn for round 2. And he's got a 6-4 That'll only take 2 shifts, 1 shift to take the 6 to a 5, and 1 shift to take the 4 to a 5 to create a lava burst. 2d6 plus 10. Or no, lava burst is blocked by our long gauntlets. That is 2d6 plus 7. He's rolling so good on damage. We're rolling not so good. 18 points of damage. That'll bring us down to 53 health, but we would heal back 1 for 54. Top of round 3, our turn. We have a 6-3. We can use 2 shifts. 1 shift to take the 6 to a 5, and 1 shift to take the 3 to a 2 to create a Savage Glance. 2d6 plus 7. 12 points of damage. Bringing him down to 54 health as well. Rubican's turn for round 3. And he's got a 6-1. 3 shifts. Takes 2 shifts to change that 6 into a 4, and 1 shift to take the 1 to a 2 to create a Heat Blade. That was 2d6 plus 2, making this 10 points of damage. Bringing us to 44 health. We would heal back 1 to 45. And top of round 4, our turn. Now we have a 6-2, and 1 shift to make that 5 for a Savage Glance. 13 points of damage. Bringing him down to 41 health. Rubican's turn for round 4. He's got a 3-6. 4 shifts, so you can do 2 shifts to change that 3 into a 5, and 1 shift to change that 6 into a 5 to create a Lava Burst. 2d6 plus 7. 14 points of damage. Bring us down to 31 health. We would heal back 1 to 32. Top round 5, our turn. And we have a mishap roll of a 1-1 if the dice hate us, of rolling high damage for the enemy and making us miss. Rubican's turn for round 5. And he's got a 3-1. He only needs 2 shifts. 1 shift for the 3 to a 4, and 1 shift for the 1 to a 2. Make the Heat Blade for 2d6 plus 2. 7 points of damage. That'll bring us to 25 health, and we would heal back 1 to 26. Top of round 6, our turn, and we're going to drink our potion. We have 1 extra healing left. We're going to drink that, bring us up to 56 health. I never did look up what Divine Shield was. So we can only drink 1 potion on a turn, so we're fine. It will give us back 56. And it's Rubican's turn for round 6. He's got a 5-1, 6 shifts. He only needs 4 shifts to change that 1 into a 5 for a Lava Burst. 16 points of damage. Taking out half of the healing we just got. That'll bring us to 40 health. We would heal 1 back to 41. Top of round 7, our turn. Now his high kick would stop functioning, but it's not helping him at all with our maneuvers, so it doesn't matter. The red scales, he can't really take those off, so those will continue to function. We're still shooting to get Savage Glances. We have a 2-3, which is an exact twisting stab, allowing us to add our shift onto it, which makes that a 2d6 plus 10 after his interrupt. And again, with the horrible damage, 12 points of damage to him. Bringing him down to 29 health. Rubican's turn for round 7. With a 5-4, he only needs 1 shift to make a Lava Burst. 17 points of damage. bringing us down to 24 health, but we would heal back 1 to 25. Top around 8, our turn. We have a 4-6. We can use 4 shifts to change that 6 into a 2 and 1 shift to change the 4 into a 5 for a Savage Glance. 14 points of damage. Bringing him down to 15 health. Rubican's turn for round 8. He's got a 5-2 Lord. 3 shifts to change that 2 into a 5 for a Lava Burst. 2d6 plus 10. 21 points of damage. Bringing us to 4 health. And we would heal back 1 to 5. Top around 9, our turn. We have a 3-6. With a 3-6, we can spend 4 shifts to take the 6 to a 2, and 2 shifts to change the 3 into a 5 for a Savage Glance. 18 points of damage. And that brings the Rubicon to 0 and dead. Okay, well, that was close. I think I was slightly worried about that one, because we can't call in favor of a god, because I did it twice on the previous level, and I put that limitation on me saying I can't do it this time around. So very close there. Get a load of experience points, and we get to roll on table here. Special treasure table. For his special treasure, we got, I rolled in some paper, is a potion of dexterous action. Also, there is a pouch containing 3d6 gold. 8 gold pieces. Let's get this in here. And while we have that open, let's find out what the potion does. Divine Shield right there too. Divine Shield. What the? So when you find potions, it's good to look up their effects right away. The Divine Shield is -10 from each hit you take for 1 whole combat. I could have drank that and we would have not been nail biting at 5 health by the end of that fight. Dexterous action is -2 shift from your opponent's shift points for 1 whole combat. That's nice too. How do we put that as a note on here? That's rough. Okay. That taken care of. We gotta add our experience points. We'll update that behind the card here, and then we will take the card away. Now there was also a chest with a +2 modifier. Chest number 9. There are some wooden cups and a series of pouches containing 96 gold pieces. There is also a rune stone. Roll on rune 1. Nice. 96. 20, 30, 34 gold pieces. Or about a series of pouches. How many that is, but we'll just add 1 extra onto our sheet. And some wooden cups. And the last thing we have is a rune stone. Dice roll 1. Moir's Pyro Rune. Applied to a throwing weapon. When you throw this and successfully hit the target, it explodes into flame, causing 5d6 damage to the target. This weapon cannot be recovered if exploded. Alright. 5d6 fire is very nice. I probably will put that on a throwing weapon. I only have 1 knife and a bunch of darts, but that would actually make those useful down here. Let's get that on our sheet. Alright, with that on there, we can put that sheet away. And we've had a lot of fights. I was hoping to actually finish this dungeon floor this episode, but I've already been recording for a while. That means this episode's going to be long because we had a lot of fights, like I said. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 combats. We could probably push on. Let's check the door at least. It is unlocked. Let's see what's going on here. We'll do another room or two. But the door is unlocked. We have some choices though. I can use a paste and get 15 health and then go into this next room. And if it's not a combat room, we can take another paste and get to 25 health. And then I would feel okay with taking a rest and getting rest health back. Because after getting a rest, you have to do a patrol. And I don't want to do a rest in this room because I'd only have 10 health or 15 health. And I've had to fight a patrol from 15 health. But I might get 15 health and roll a room that has combat. And we have to fight something at 15 health anyway. I think I'm going to try it. We're going to do a health paste here to get us to 15 health. That will empty off that. Give us 3 empty potion vials. Actually, every time I drank a potion, it probably gave me an empty potion vial. I wasn't tracking that. Oh well. And we put that back away. Our health goes up to 15. And now I suppose we find out what's beyond this room. Well, we'll open this door, and as you can see, the dice have decided that we are going to fight. It is a rotting carcass room, and over the rotting body of a huge bison are 2 skeletal figures. They jerk upwards as you enter. They lope towards you with the prospect of fresh meat. You must fight 2 Myrid. Myrid, like the Asun, the Myrid exist on scraps and leftovers, but they have been touched by Meduva and now exist near to death. Gifted tough skin and kept alive in a state of grim rapture by their deity. For maneuvers, they have Flaying Claws and Savage Bite. Flaying Claws of 2-2 is not blocked by anything. And Savage Bite of 5-6 is blocked by our Long Gauntlets. And after Shroud's Curse, it would be blocked by our Leather Breastplate. For interrupts, they have Leathery Skin, primary 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, which will affect our Savage Glance and our Ferocious Strike, leaving Twisting Stab at full damage. They have no treasure, 28 hit points, 2 shifts, and there's 2 of them. And we have 15 health. So let's go. Top of round 1, our turn. We're starting off with a 1-6. 1-6 with 4 shifts, meaning we can do 3 shifts to the 6 and 1 shift to the 1 to create our first Twisting Stab. 2d6 plus 7. 13 points of damage. Bringing him down to 15 health. Myrid's first turn with a 1-6. That's what we just got. These dice are horrible. 1-6 with 2 shifts. They cannot create a maneuver. But we'll move on to second Myrid's turn. And this one's with a 3-1. With 3-1, 2 shifts, they can make a Flaying Claws. 1 shift there, and 1 shift there. D6 plus 5. 9 points of damage. Bringing us to 6 health, and we would heal back 1 to 7. Top of round 2, our turn. I'm not gonna say it. We're gonna survive this fight by doing what I should have last fight. I'm gonna drink that potion that subtracts 10 from all damage, which would make it so that they cannot actually damage me, because I'm not dying here. Alright? Divine Shield has been drank, which makes the rest of this combat unnecessary because they cannot damage me. It would just be, at best, the Flaying Claws max damage is 11 points of damage, but we would subtract 10 from that and heal 1 point. So it would still come out to 0 points. So they can't hurt me anymore. So after several more rounds of combat of them attempting to hurt me, they all die. I'm not messing around with that flaying claws with 7 health, alright? We are surviving this dungeon, living to fight another day. I could still play out the rest of the combat just to see how much health I would have gotten from every time they attempted to hit me and missed, because each hit would be 1 point of health, but this video is going to be long enough as it is, so we're going to keep this short combat, and I'm only going to take experience from one of them. I'm not going to take it from both. We kind of cut the combat down to only 1 round, so I'm going to take 300 experience and call it a day. Now we are going to have another health paste that will get us 17 health. Now the door, there was 1 exit to this room. It is a wooden door, but it's guaranteed to be locked. So let's see how strong the lock is. It is a 8 on the die, and with a lockpick, since we have a lot of +2s, we'll use a +2. We have a +7 to our picking and 2 dice, so the minimum is 9. We can unlock that, especially when we roll higher than it on the dice. It is an unlocked door. What's beyond that door? We're gonna do it. This has already been a long video, I know. We're not going to complete this floor today, but I do want to get a little bit more health, and we can do that by continuing on a couple more rooms. Step inside. And inside here. And a little bit more. We have the Hanging Roots room. Above, thousands of roots penetrate the ceiling. Tied into these are wooden idols and symbols. This is a sacred shrine to Radicina. If you make 2 correct offerings, receive 2 favor points and roll on the blessed table again. Let's see if that's even possible. I feel like she's gonna want roots, and we don't have any roots. We have a pouch of seeds. And we have some dried fungi, which would be mushrooms. We have some acorns too. Oh, we have acorns and seeds. We can make 2 offerings to her. We don't need all the favor points, but I'm more interested in the blessings table than anything. So we will donate the acorn and the seeds, and we will get a blessing. Let's put that away for a moment. Our blessing we got 9. You stumble backwards as an invisible force grabs your forehead and forces a thought into your brain. Next time you loot a chest, +3 to the roll. They're going to be a health. Fine. Let's save that for later. Would have liked some healing there, Radicina, but okay. Let's get her maxed out here. And then we will go ahead and have another one of our health pastes to bring us to 27 health. And there is a wooden door here. Let's see if it's locked. It is a locked door. And the door strength is only 5. So we will use another lockpick. Let's use one of our lockpick +1s. That'll give us a +6 to roll, meaning we can't fail. Nope. And we'll go ahead and open that right away. Step on into the starting room. And from here, I will eat another paste, eliminating all of those, bringing us to 37 health. And now we're gonna rest. I've done it before where it's called waiting. Normally you would wait for an enemy to open door that's locked that you can't pick or something like that, we're gonna wait in this room. We will have a patrol come on us, but we will get 20 health back if we use one of our rations. I'm okay with that. It will bring us to 57 health, and we shall consume a ration. And the dice hate us, so we're gonna find out what the patrol is. This is already a long video, but we will come back next week to fight a Defectus. That should be fine. You know, there's no reason to worry about a Defectus fight when we're at 57 health and no healing potions, and no healing paste. Yeah. We shall resume here next week with a Defectus fight and finish off level 9. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for staying till the end, and I shall see you next week, where as long as we survive this fight, we will finish the dungeon floor and descend to level 10. So have a good weekend, a good week. I shall see you again very soon. Bye for now.